Hello, everyone. I want to talk to you about something very, very serious. Let's clear the air right out the gate. I don't make seven figures, but yet I am wildly, wildly successful. If you scroll through social media right now, you'd think that if you're not running $1 million agency, if you're not driving a flashy supercar, if you're not grinding 80 hours a week, then you're an absolute failure in this business. It's toxic noise, and it's burning good insurance professionals out before you can even get traction to start to build your business. Success isn't defined by a headline. It's not defined by headline grabbing numbers that someone cooks up for you as a dream. Let me be clear. Success is defined by you. And it's time that you take a reality check before this AEP comes on what you're building and how you can build an actual sustainable business that looks like the one that God wants you to have. So now let's look at some math, because people are always throwing these numbers around about seven figures like it's a standard. It's not. Let's look at the United States landscape. Yes, insurance profession as an industry has more millionaires than any other industry. That's true. Let's just go ahead and accept that. But the median U.S. household income sits right around 87,000. An individual full-time median earnings in the United States hover just around $64,220. So look at the insurance industry. A captive health insurance or life insurance agent typically averages between $45,000 and $55,000 a year. And that's capped by the employer because you're working somebody else's rules. Now, for those of you who are independent already, and those of you who are striving to be independent, you have a little more of an upside with averages stretching to 65,000 to 90,000. It's in that range, depending on the line and what products you're actually offering. But you're often drowning in overhead and trying to figure everything out alone. Yes, you belong to association. Yes, you belong to social media groups. Yes, you go to all of these conferences, but you're drowning because you get one idea and you think, oh, well, maybe I should do that. You hear from somebody else and you think, oh, maybe I should do that. So you actually drowning in the overhead and the expense of not having someone to get you on the right track. So what happens with all of this pressure? Look at these brutal, brutal industry statistics. 89% of insurance agents quit or fail in their first 3 years. And that's an improvement. That's a great improvement because before earlier, it's been known that 92% fail. So we're working on it. We're chiseling it down, but 89% is still a large number of people who quit or fail. Now, why is that? It's because they're chasing a fake $1 million fantasy with zero structure, zero roadmap, and burning out trying to scale a mountain that you just were never, ever meant to climb. Here's a secret that the internet gurus don't tell you. There are a whole lot of numbers between 100,000 and 1 million. Let me say that again. There are a whole lot of numbers between six figures and seven figures. For me, chasing seven figures isn't my goal. You know why? I don't have another 24 years to put into grinding into a corporate behemoth. I know that's a big word. So behemoth, if you want to look it up, what it means is something large, something huge, something really, really big. It's a word that started in the Bible, but it's huge. So I don't have the 24 years left in my life to look at something like that. I can live, and I do live exceptionally well within that $300 to $500,000 sweet spot. It affords me total freedom, peace of mind, the ability to focus on what actually matters. It affords me the liberty, just to give you a real life example. A week ago, my brother-in-law passed away suddenly in Connecticut. My husband was already there. He had flown in earlier. I was able in 2 days to get myself packed, ready, leave, go, still do all of the business commitments that I had, be there with my husband, be with his family, be with the service, go to attend the service, come back, and I don't think I missed a beat in terms of my business. And my business has not suffered. My customers were taken care of. People who needed me were taken care of. The insurance professionals who work with me were taken care of. So that's the kind of life that allows me to tell you that I can live free with peace of mind and the ability to focus on what matters, because family at that point was the first priority. Now, when you aim for a smart, clean, highly profitable six-figure business, your lifestyle can completely change. You can get your time back. You can get your weekends back. You can stop treating clients like transactions and start treating them like people, because you're not in a state of financial panic. You can go in the store and pull something down off the rack and buy what you want. You can take your kids out for fantasy, to Universal, any place, McDonald's. McDonald's now is very expensive if you don't know it, but you can go out to take your family out to eat. You can do these things without worrying about what bill you have to pay next. That's what looking at something realistic can do for you. So if you're struck under that 100K mark, spinning your wheels, wondering why you're not a millionaire yet, stop looking at the wrong mountain. The first hurdle you have to clear isn't $1 million brand. The first hurdle you got to clear is finding customers. And to find customers, you need a system. You need to know how to close them when you find them. That is exactly why I run my 4-week one-on-one accelerator program. It's one-on-one, so it's not a group session. It's 4 weeks, 30 days. It's intimate because during those 30 days, I cannot work with more than 10 people during that month. So it's entirely customized just for you, the individual. Your time during that 4 week is just you and I. We look at your skills. We look at where your business is stuck, and we build what you actually need. But you got to be realistic now. If you're coming in with that $1 million dream, but you got no money and you want to work part-time, it's not going to work. During the 4-week one-on-one accelerator program, I'm going to take you through the 5-step sales process, which includes mastering the Echo Close, which is my version of the needs analysis. You learn how to choose the right plan and create the relationship with your customers so that you can cross-sell and offer other products for their financial health. You'll learn how to deliver the pros and the cons to the customer in a way that naturally drives closed sales. Now, how much is it? It's $497. Let that sink in. It costs less than a single new to Medicare sales commission. Less than one policy funds the exact framework that changes your entire business. So stop chasing the ghost. Build a real business. Head on over to FayeSaxonHortonSales.com/accelerator, and all the details are going to be in the description. Check out those details and let's get to work. We can start your 30-day plan when you are ready to start it.